Not that I've been notified.
Okay.
The minutes said that he was gonna tell us when he found somebody, so we'll see. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay. It is 4:00. We will call the meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda is the February minutes, which were emailed to you. Does anyone have any recommendations for edits or motion to approve?
Make a motion that we accept the February minutes as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of passing the February 9th minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And I will abstain since I wasn't here. So the February minutes passed. So we can move on to the claims. Do I have any questions or comments on the February claims?
So I don't have my handy dandy binder with me that I can look back. Did our power requirements at Kessler go down once we took out those small heaters?
West side.
West side.
It has gone down this month, yes, by like $300.
Okay,
And
that's noticeable.
probably looking at even more so now, so.
Okay.
I have a question on the internet at the pool.
Mhm.
Do we pay for that year round? Do we use it year round?
No.
Is there a
So
reason
it used to be where we could go and shut it off. It used to be a seasonal account, and now they don't offer seasonal accounts anymore, so we just have to pay for it. If not, then we have to do a reactivation fee each year.
How much is the reactivation fee?
I knew you was gonna ask me that.
Because I mean, if we only use it 5 months out of the year, we cut 7 out, that's $1,000.
Now, I'm not saying that kids don't use it if they're at the parks, you know, whether they're sitting there on their Chromebooks or whatever.
Yeah, I just saw we did have another account that was for the park.
Yeah, the one at the pool is actually a lot better than the one at the park. The one at the park's mainly for cameras, so it's not set at a big span like the one at the pool is.
Okay. All right, just a question.
Well, I think it's a good question.
Yep.
But so visitors to the park can get on the free Wi-Fi
Yeah,
from.
there's a pool guest that there's no password to it.
Do you know how far that extends? I mean, surely it doesn't cover the
It
entire
doesn't,
park.
no, it's set up to where it cannot get to any residential. It's only,
yeah.
it's only park related.
Oh, but it covers pretty much the whole park?
What it doesn't cover, the other one will.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So we pretty well, between the two, we have the whole park covered.
Oh, that's great.
We've had to cancel it for the Oktoberfest because of that reason. They won't let us go dormant anymore.
Really?
So we've had to go to
The vacation
service.
mode.
Any other questions or comments about the claims?
If nobody has any questions, I'll make a motion we accept the February claims as presented.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor of passing the February 26th claims as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. And so we can move on to the 2211 and the 25039 balances. Any comments, questions,
I do
motions?
have a question. Do you have anything big that you intend to come out of there, out of the 2211 this year?
We just paid a little over $10,000 out of it for
Yeah,
the lighting
we're
project.
finishing up our lighting project. This is our last year for that, and we just paid out a little over 10,000 for that. Other than that, the only, I can't think of
I can't think of anything right
anything else planned.
Why do you have something?
No, it's just like, I feel like we're getting to that like six figure, you know, like usually like something comes
It's
up
only
or-
March though, Kendra.
Any other balance questions, comments, motions?
I'll make a motion that we accept the 2211 and 25039 as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the two balances as presented, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much. So we can move on to updates.
All right, first item under updates is the naming rights for Jergy. Discussed this with city attorney. Basically, she looked into this, and what she has told me that the board just needs to vote on a location, the name, and she would write up a draft ordinance to present to council to get it put on our city list of locations. So we just need to determine what location, whether it be a shelter house or an actual location or a ball field or whatever it is that we want, and then come up with the name to give to her, and she'll write up all the documentation to present it.
That's not how it worked when we did the ball diamond a couple years ago, is it?
Sort of, yes. So it was actually brought from an individual,
Right.
and then we just voted on that particular
Oh,
yay or nay. Well, this
I
is
guess-
something that we're wanting to do as a board
Right.
for fellow board members. So that's how she kind of explained it to me.
Okay.
So does everybody have like an opinion on it? So like I feel like we know art had a lot to do with baseball, you know what I mean? So like, but like think about like the progress that we've made on West Side Park, you know, with him, you know, on here. So I feel like is West Side like an easy place to put, you know, because the people are doing it, or do you have something in mind of where you want to do? Do you want to do the fields at Freeman Field because he's a baseball guy? Did you have something in mind?
I think I'd like to keep it kid related, of course, you know, so, you know, we've got the splash pad, we've got the big playground at West Side. I know that was one of his big things, was to get, you know, another shelter house at West Side. I don't know, Mayor Matt, you got any? You knew I was getting ready to call on you, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to look away, so we'll make eye contact.
I know you and I have discussed this a little bit, so.
No, I think you're right. I think being kid related, whether it be a sport related item or, like you said, I mean, you got a new shelter house coming in the near future at West Side. It could be a nice memory to, you know, do the splash pad with the shelter house, or the shelter house next to the splash pad, or something like that. I'm assuming Chad's got an update on that for you here in a few minutes as well, so it might be nice to do something, because art was great for kids. It was one of a kind, so.
Well, he's also been on the board forever and a day. Are there any projects that now seem old that need naming rights? That like were instituted when he was on, while he was on the board? Because what's he been on, like 20 years? 15?
Well, I mean, Casting Park would have probably been in Art's time. I have to go back and look. Like Chad said, you got the splash pad, you've got all the new playground equipment in the last 5 years. That's all been more recent stuff. Kessler getting more diamonds was probably during Art's time. Yeah.
I like the idea of doing it something intentional and not like renaming something that already exists, something that's coming.
I like that too.
So I would put it out there, like, what about getting like a sign of him, you know, with his ball cap, like as like the Oktoberfest, we have these signs that are kind of like a round, you know what I mean, kind of put at the apex of that. So it's more than just a street sign that says
So are you thinking like for which location?
the West Side new one.
Well, the only thing about that is so let me touch base on
Okay.
that. So the West Side new one it started out, it's called the Mom to Mom Shelter Fund. Some moms from the high school has started this. Also, with that being said, the Secura Helping Hands, the Japanese group that sets up at the Oktoberfest, they recently donated $1,500 to this shelter house. And then last week, they came in and donated another $2,600 and some change to that project as well. So we've got the Secura Helping Hands plus the Mom to Mom. You know, I don't know if we want to attach Jergy to that as well and have multiple. I would rather
like you said,
dedicate,
that,
I'd rather
yeah.
dedicate one, you know, whether it be the splash pad or the playground, or that's just my opinion.
Well, and wouldn't want to take away from Sakura and the moms group.
Correct.
For their work.
Yeah.
Is the splash pad too old for what you want to do? If you wanted something coming, the splash pad's been in place for a couple of years.
We need more benches at the splash pad. What about a bench with his name on it?
Yeah, but I think he deserves a little more than just a bench.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what
I
if
like
we-
the bench idea, but I think it needs, you know, we've done ball diamonds and
Yeah.
you know,
I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, I know he was instrumental in here on that part, but as much as he loved baseball and, you know what I mean, I feel like, can we name him the Art Jergy Fields at Freeman Field? Or Jergy Diamonds at Freeman Field?
we have the Razor Field already at Diamond
Okay.
Diamond 1.
Okay.
So we'd have Diamonds 2 or 3, which I'd like to keep it one of the, if we do Freeman Field, keep it up front. You know, 4 and 5 out back, it's,
Yeah. So is it something we could do so it's 1, 2, 3, right?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, the one.
One's on the right,
Okay.
2 on the
So
left, 3 in the back.
Can we, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 3?
1, 2, 3.
So can we do 2 and then do like I don't want to say a ribbon cutting, but like something special at 4th of July, like as a grand hurrah type of thing?
Or have just when the city's fireworks, do some sort of dedication.
Yeah, like I just feel like, you know what I mean? Like if we just do it on our own, they're done at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and most people don't get to come to them, right?
Right.
If you were to say like, hey, this is happening, you know, like at 6 o'clock on 4th of July, there's 10,000 people there already. It's a good opportunity to really showcase and like be able to see like this was the change that we made in his honor.
Do you have a radio station do the 4th of July music this year? Could we either pre-record or go to the station and do a piece before the show starts?
I could talk to Jay about it. I don't think he would have an issue at all.
We've got radio time too.
Maybe we could do a proclamation or whatever. I mean, I like the idea of a field too, whether it's out there or whether it's a casting, either one. But I like the idea of doing that at the 4th either way.
Well, and I think that's appropriate for all of us who had, you know, how many generations of us had him in school, having it at something that is more community-wide.
So do we want to vote on naming Diamond 2 at Freeman Field?
I don't know, do we, or do we want to mull it over for another month? Now that we know what it is, it doesn't, I mean, I don't mind making a decision, but it doesn't sound like anybody's real gung-ho on it, like we've come to a decision, so do we wait another month and?
I guess just ask. I mean, do you have a differing opinion, or do you have another idea of something else in addition to?
No, I'd kind of like to go out there and look at the diamond, and see if there's something that maybe we add to the diamond. Name the diamond after him, but maybe we put a bench down the third baseline that's Jergy's bench, or, you know, something a little different.
I mean, we got time. I think,
Like, I'll have to remember, so years ago, we did the Spirit Shack, the purple barn at the football field, and Jen Heisey, like, made this really cool, like, Spirit Shack, and we made it into a sign, and I don't remember, I feel like Jim Nolker made that for us, but it was the coolest, like, wow factor, like, I mean, I feel like you could make something so neat looking with him, you know what I mean, that gave his like years of service and like maybe even had like a blurb about him, more than just a banner or like a street sign that says, you know, like when someone like wanted to know like what is this, even a QR code to, you know, to a file on the Google Drive that tells about what Art did for Park and Rec Board over the years. So, okay, we're gonna table this, we're gonna have everybody take some homework to go out there, come up with an idea of what they think would work, and then next month we'll reconvene on the subject.
I think that's a good idea. Would it be worthwhile for someone, not me because I'm not a good person to do this, to contact his family and see if they have a preference on what diamond or what other facility?
I think their input's a good thing. The other one I would encourage you to look at is Casting One as well.
Yeah, I think
'Cause
that
it's
more
more
than anything.
kids related than Freeman. I say that, I mean, the only thing that plays at Freeman Diamonds anymore is kid stuff. There's no adult leagues out there, so, but
Which we do have we do sell the banners for the casting that basically names, they have naming rights for that field.
So, anyway, that would be, I would encourage the board to glance at that one as well and think about it, just, again, because it's more of a kid's facility than my interpretation of Freeman.
Could we do something more complex and like with the arch and say like Jergy Complex at Casting Park? Like we're not renaming the park, but maybe like do something
I like
in
that.
addition to like being able to like not just be one field specific, but it's got that arch that goes over.
I'm gonna go a stretch farther. We named Casting Park after a road, didn't we?
Yep.
Or is it named after the person that had the land? And I don't know the answer to that, so. Rename the whole park potentially, depending on why it was named that.
Okay.
Like that.
We need
All
to
right.
I
make
mean,
sure
it's
we
your
know
people that
I
make the
have-
signs
I
for it,
have
right?
that
So
at
it's,
my
I mean,
And was it named Casting Park because it's on Casting Road?
I would venture to
Wes,
say
yeah,
yes.
that's what I don't know. We need to find out whether it was the road or whether it was the property owner.
Right.
Yeah, was the road and the park named because of,
The location.
right. All right. We got some homework to do.
Okay.
Any more comments on that before we move on? All right, next item, the concussion management course. I believe you've got it. The city attorney has sent out basically a memorandum to the park board as well as our new concussion management program policy. This stemmed from our meeting with the insurance, and they basically asked us if we had any type of concussion management program, and we didn't. Since then, Mayor Matt, myself, I believe a couple others have already taken this course. It's an online training. It took, Mayor Matt, how long did it take you? 45 minutes. Basically what it is something that we can give or have all of our volunteer coaches take. So they can recognize a concussion, things like that, in turn to make our insurance company happy with us. So there's the purpose of it, the memorandum, just a recommendation letter from city attorney. So basically just need to adopt this so it can be in effect.
Make a motion that we accept the concussion
I
management.
have another question.
Yeah, me too.
Who pays for it?
It's free.
It's free.
Perfect.
And it's not just this program on that link. There's all types of educational items that are free to anyone that wants to take it.
All right.
You can print your own certificate out. Basically, all we're going to ask from our volunteer coaches is that you bring your certificate in saying that you've completed, and we'll put that on file with all of our volunteers. So once if they would come back next year, we've got that on file. We know they're good.
Is it gonna be something that they have to renew annually or?
No, it's once you take it.
Okay.
There's nothing set right now to where you have to renew. Once you take it, it's good. So.
Did you say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna add that, after taking 2.5 free concussion trainings online, I think this is the better of the three that I either went all the way through or part of the way through.
Good.
I did learn a lot about youth hockey in Canada from one of them.
It does say it has to be renewed every 2 years.
Does it?
That sounds great.
It's under the course specifications.
Okay. I didn't realize that part of it. So yeah, we would keep them on file for 2 years then, and
What am I don't think I'm having
I don't
everything,
either.
because I don't see that.
feel
And
like
all I
Gary maybe
have
just
is the
printed his
Department of
own
Law
off.
memorandum.
if you scroll on down, no?
Sorry, so that was
Oh, oh,
Find it?
yeah, there was more
Like
to the
the
document.
blue,
Okay.
is that what
I'm
pulled up
sorry.
on it? So Gary just printed it off himself, is what's happening, yeah,
So,
which is great.
so,
Oh, Chad just handed that to you.
so I thought that you were just showing us the Department of Law memorandum.
No, we gave you that plus the actual program policy. Would be
Okay.
page, I think,
And-
3, 4, and 5.
Yes, okay, so the concussion management program policy is what we need to
Adopt,
approve.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Then Kendra, you may continue if you want.
Yeah, I'll start over. I'll make a motion that we accept the concussion management policy for Park and Rec moving forward.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the concussion management policy, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and so if I obviously haven't read through all this yet, but if it does, oh yeah, it does every 2 years, so
If,
is that
if
something
need
that
be, if
you guys will
if
track
required by the department's and city's insurance carrier.
that?
So,
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
I believe she must have got with Jason Bukowski after I talked with her, and that's how she came up with this.
okay. So if that becomes necessary, I
We'll
assume,
track it,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay,
On to park concessions is our next item. We've had several interviews. Several interviews are completed. We've had the students or employees coming in and picking up to go do their drug screens the last few days. We've done some job offerings. We've got our new POS systems in for Casting and Freeman. And we meet with the Board of Health at Casting and Freeman this Friday, March 13th at 9 a.m. to be inspected. So everything is going fairly well. We do have a tournament scheduled for this weekend, depending on fields. So it's going to be a quick training weekend with the kids.
and how many is that?
Right now, I believe we've offered 21. We've hired 21.
Wow,
So with their schedules and, some can't work Wednesdays, some can't do during the week, some can only do Saturdays. So we had to hire extra in order to fulfill our needs.
yeah,
Also with that funding will come out of our temporary labor, and tonight at council, is that right, Matt? There will be what word am I looking for?
There will be a ordinance, that changes the salary ordinance to allow payment of temporary labor, and then there will also be, to make sure State Board of Accounts is pleased with how we worded it, a ordinance that will appropriate funds into a line for concession supplies. And no parking on Brown Street. There's your 3 ordinances for you.
now you don't have to go to city council tonight.
So yeah, so there's lots of great things happening. I think we're on track, but we're not, just because we do have a tournament that was scheduled 1 week earlier than normal. So we'll be fine. We've got this.
Yeah,
Will our fields be okay by then?
We're hoping. Depends on if we get any more rain or not.
Depends on the car.
Yeah.
How much of that governor's mix stuff do you have left after that?
With none of that. That's probably going to be a topic sometime this year, because we've done every field, but now it's time to probably go back and start putting more of the Washington mix.
I don't know where I got governor.
I knew what you was talking about, but you threw me
Washington
off.
is
I had to
what
think,
got ya.
what word am I looking for?
I knew what you meant by that, I was like.
So yeah,
she
Tracy and I have
Washington.
and Carrie's already been discussing that, so that might be something next month that we bring to the board. All right, any questions on park concessions? All right, speaking of park concessions, next item is the food truck protocol. That's one item that I passed out to you guys. I just got this from city attorney this afternoon. Basically, this is an MOU between the Parks Department and any mobile food vendor that wants to set up at the park. It states the purpose and also the location. Basically tells what the vendor agrees to do, what the city agrees to. Basically saying in no competition with what the city sells us in the concessions, we can determine whether any of those items constitute a direct competitive item with us. So if so, we can deny that said item from their menu, so to speak. The next thing is the compensation. That's something I think we all need to discuss as a group as far as what the vendor would pay us to set up. I know in the past, as far as the concessionaires, it was a set amount. It wasn't a percentage because it was just easier to say, this is what you pay, for every time you set up. So I think that's something that we need to determine as a group. And then, of course, it shows that the vendor shall maintain their own insurance, and then it talks about
And
being an independent contractor and the entire understanding and all that.
I buzzed through this, but there's no schedule. It's just a free for all. Whoever.
This is for, say, if Junkyard Barbecue, I'm just throwing it out there, comes to us and says, hey, I'd really like to set up this coming weekend. We would write this up as an agreement.
Though. It's
Yes.
not a matter of.
Correct. It has to be scheduled, and they must be registered through the Jackson County Health Department and the city of Seymour to even be eligible for us to even speak with them.
What do food trucks pay to come to the farmer's market? Anyone know?
Nothing.
Oktoberfest?
No, I know.
Yeah. You don't know that one, you?
The mayor just said they don't pay anything, and I think that's correct.
Oktoberfest is different, but farmers markets, they do not pay any rent.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
think they did.
From history was what I have been told was in the past few years, it was $100 a day. Is what some food truck vendors has told me that's in the past few years that has paid to go out there
To go where?
to Freeman.
Oh, because they've been paying that to the concessionaire.
Correct.
I forgot.
It's really not with
With how much they charge per item.
so that's.
Okay, so if anybody have any questions?
So this, again, like she said, we haven't looked through it completely, but this is only for food trucks to be in our parks during events.
Correct.
Do food trucks, is that, I mean, they set up at the farmer's market, but what if they wanted to go to Shields someday? Is that something that
So
they're allowed?
There's an ordinance against.
Is there?
They have to be on the Board of Works approval list. They have
Oh,
a
okay.
calendar scheduled that
Correct.
you have to go ahead. They can preload and ask for all the dates, but they have to go through Board of Works to
For
get
instance, Monica,
But that's-
remember OMS? OMS came and asked for so
Vaguely.
many dates
Yeah,
for last year.
okay.
And we did a blanket saying, yes, we're going to approve that because they weren't selling anything. So we waived their fees to us because they were giving all this food away to the community.
Right.
So we would have still wrote this up, but we wouldn't have charged anything because they weren't charging anything for their product.
Right. But this specifically mentions events, so you couldn't use this, or you would have to adjust this if you were going to use it for something outside of an event.
This is mainly for during our tournaments.
Right.
And ball diamond and ball events, things like that. The other, if anybody else wanted to set up at the park, they would have to come in through Board of Works and get that approval.
Even though it's a park facility? Because
Yeah.
because the farmer's market isn't our facility, but this is their facility, so they would still have to go through Public Works.
Yes, they'll still have to go through the Board of Works if they're just wanting to go sit up at Shields Park or
Okay.
Crossroads Park or West Side Park.
I almost feel like that if there was a way, like I don't wanna have to do it if it's all, but like, if, like the next versioning of this, if it said like tournaments, but you know what I mean, like during or like
Well,
a,
It does say during
It
city
does,
run
during
sports
city-run
tournaments.
sports tournaments held at city park facilities.
okay,
And,
then,
and that's why I said you couldn't use
Yeah,
this for
no,
anyone
this
else.
is just for, so it's basically saying that those food truck, we know that these food trucks are gonna be selling items even though we have concession stand open.
Right, right.
so my question is in the document management system that they have of ordinances, does it check the body or just the title? So if I am looking for food truck specific, will it find like the items in the body of it, or does it only look in the title? So if I have it in the title, I'm gonna find something that's food truck. That's why I'm saying that like specific to tournament. If it's searches everything, then that's different.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mayor Matt may be going to get something.
Okay.
He jumped up pretty quick when we started
The
talking
food
about
truck
the,
list, it's just by title.
Yeah,
That's
I-
what she's asking. The food truck list that is licensed through the city and the Board of Health that's been certified through all here, it's just by title. Now, they have a column that shows what they provide on that food truck.
is that what your question is?
So I'm, like, if I go to the city's website and I wanna, like, type in food trucks, right?
Oh.
So if I type in food truck, right, like I'm asking, does that search food truck in just the title only or in the body as well? Because like, it doesn't say food truck in the title of it, and it doesn't say tournament in the title of it. So I'm saying like, if we want it to pick it up and it doesn't, then we need to have those items to be able to locate. Is
I see what
I'm
you're
thinking
saying.
From a perspective of, you're telling somebody to go to the city website and look for it, right? If they're searching tournament
I
or
don't know
food
that
truck.
it is on the, I don't think it's on the website.
ever been on there.
I think it's something you have to come in. I could be wrong.
Same.
Well, I don't
Right,
know, it sounds
2020.
like it's brand new.
I have a list
No, I
on
mean,
my
like,
desk. Is the
I
only
can
thing
search
know
like
of.
ordinances on the city website.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you think food trucks are in there?
Mhm.
Okay.
well, probably.
Okay.
So do we need to approve this MOU? Do we need to decide on an amount, then approve it? What do you need from us?
I would like decide on an amount and then approve it.
Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I
do
think-
do you have intentions to raise it more than the $100?
Are you talking to me?
No?
Oh, I can't tell. You're looking.
Look
at
at
I mean, what's your guys' thoughts?
You're saying $100 is fair, right? Is what they're.
A day, $100 a day, correct?
$100 a day. So if they come out and they sit up Saturday and Sunday, it's gonna be $200.
I mean, we can look at $100 this year and
Just
at the end of the year,
And that's for
review it
tournament
and
only.
figure out if that was reasonable, or
Mhm.
you can talk to other towns that do that run their own
Well,
concessions and see what they do.
a lot of the other towns don't allow, but when they do, it's for special events. And I'm not sure that I think they do a percentage because they're actually there and they can determine, someone comes in and says, well, I sold $400 and they've had a line all day long.
Yeah,
It's kinda hard to, when you're selling an $8 item or
right.
and some drinks, it's kinda hard to.
Well, you said you got that $100 value, a number from
So
previous food trucks or from previous concessionaires?
previous food trucks.
Okay,
So the ones that have set up in the last few years, I talked to 4 of them,
okay,
and all 4 of them told me it was $100 a day that they paid.
okay.
So that's where I came up with that number.
Right. So what about, would it be worthwhile, since this is our first year to be doing our own concessions, to try and look a little friendlier than the concessionaires did and give them a lower rate? I don't know, I think it would make us look better than, I don't know.
Well, you
I
gotta
don't-
assume the food truck is gonna take business away from our concession stand.
Correct.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, one of the guys that I talked to, he said, I'd give $200 a day as long as you keep it.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
and that came from an ice cream person.
Right.
Somebody just selling ice cream. So,
Mhm.
somebody just selling ice cream compared to selling
Actual
full-blown meals.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't think we should raise it, and I think that's gonna make us look just as good. We're keeping it the same. We're gonna do it for a year, evaluate it. You know, maybe next year we come back and say, you know, we're gonna lower it, or maybe we end up raising it. Who knows?
Okay.
Just my opinion. But that's what I have you guys here with me for, to help make those decisions.
Well, then would someone like to make a motion? Or do we want to discuss more?
I'll make a motion that we accept the memorandum for the food trucks during the tournaments as presented, and just as
With the money, we need the money in there.
with $100 a day, giving back clause, and just for everybody's, you can search. So when I search food trucks, it does search the body and the title, so we're good there.
Perfect.
It pulls their names up.
Not their names, like I was
The
looking
ordinance.
for the
She's looking
ordinance.
for the ordinance.
Food truck
Okay,
ordinance.
so I misunderstood what you were
Yeah,
asking, cause I
that's-
thought it had the list of our food trucks.
That's
what
what I
I was
thought
like,
you were asking.
No, I was
okay.
wanting to know what the ordinance was when I
Gotcha.
was looking for it.
Okay.
So if we were guarding or telling someone to go here and reference this specifically, like if you
Gotcha.
came and, you know, somebody was set up and they weren't supposed to be, it was an easy reference of, hey, you need to check this
This is
out.
what needs to be done. Okay, I apologize, I was
I
misunderstanding.
had no idea you could look up the ordinance.
I knew you could. I thought she was referring to the names of the food trucks.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I was
I
like,
wanted
that's
to-
on there? That's great.
Like, I send that ordinance out a lot around Oktoberfest time, but.
Second.
I was gonna say, thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
All in favor of approving the MOU on food trucks with a $100 per day vendor fee, say aye. Any opposed? Is that all you need from us?
Think so. That's it on updates. On the incidents, still none as of today.
Good.
Then we'll move on to program and league updates.
Spring Soccer League registration is still open. Tentatively, we will close that March 23rd. We currently have 224 signed up. For ages 2 and 3, it's $25, and that includes a t-shirt for each kid. And then it's $60 for ages 4 to 15, and that also includes a shirt. Pamper Tea for Two is this coming Saturday at the Knights of Columbus from 10 a.m. to 12. We have 30 signed up, and registration for that closed today. Breakfast with the Easter Bunny will be March 28th at the Seymour Community Center from 9 a.m. to 11. We're going to have pancakes and sausages with the Easter Bunny, and it's $5 per person. We currently have 3 signed up. And then we have our annual Easter egg hunt at Geyser Park on Saturday, April 4th. The hunt will begin at 10 a.m. Bring your own basket to collect eggs. There will be approximately 6,000 eggs, including a grand prize in each age group. Mighty Mini Donuts will be set up, and there will also be Easter Bunny pictures, courtesy of Walgreens. And our sponsors for the event are Roseacre Farms, Greenman's Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Stalls Insurance, Seymour Taco Bell, and Guardian Bikes.
Any questions on program or league updates?
Yeah, when I was looking through the minutes from last month, it said you were still needing volunteers for this week's Pampered Tea for Two. Is that taken care of?
Ideally, we would love more, but I think that Tracy, Emily, and I are just gonna have to really work our booties off for about 2 hours, so.
But if there's anyone that can do makeup,
Hair.
polish,
We really
Come on,
need
Gary.
people with hair, makeup, and nails. Like, that's like our,
and it's
It's
the
spring
basic
break.
makeup. It's nothing, you're putting some eyeshadow, lipstick.
it's lip gloss, yeah.
Yeah, lip gloss, basically.
If you guys know anybody, please send
Bill?
them our way.
You good
I
at painting
know
up some
Bill
nails?
put makeup on, either had it put on or he's put it on in his time.
I brought this up at home, but we've got a swim meet this weekend. So.
Yes, I did Cause my girlfriend reached out to you, my friend reached out to your wife, and
Okay.
she was busy, your daughter was
I
busy,
know.
so. Dadgummit.
Yeah, if you hear of anyone, send them our way.
Those
Or have them
daughters
show up at
water
10
dogs,
o'clock and
baseball queen.
look for one of us.
Fine. Fine.
Any other questions, comments on the programs or leagues?
Also, I don't know if I said it or not, but for the Easter egg hunt, it's ages 0 to 12.
So we'll have 4 different age groups ranging from 0 to 12. All right, on to reservation request. Emily?
Okay, I have a reservation request for Crossroads Park from Anne Green. She would like to host a peaceful demonstration for democracy on March 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. She has provided insurance, and she actually just emailed me an updated insurance policy, so you won't be able to see that, but I do have it.
Yeah, because her insurance certificate got rejected before it ever left the house. So,
I wondered.
because it was for the dates that they were and the location when they were at the fair last year.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
so they've been working on the last 2 days to get that updated.
Yes.
So a little history on this. This has taken place before, just at a different location of one of our facilities. Never had any problems, no issues.
I like motion that we accept the reservation request for Anne Green for 328 from 10 to 2.
Thank you.
Where's that at?
Crossroads Park.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the reservation for Crossroads on March 28th, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Subject to the right certificate of insurance.
Do you want to see it? She just emailed
No,
it
if
to
you've
me.
got it, that's
I've
fine.
got it.
I'm sure I'll see it
I'm
before
sure.
the night's over.
Any
And
more reservation requests?
Did they
No.
do,
No.
did they do a
I
time
mean,
on that?
Do you, I can,
Yes.
I remember I have the dates if you want me to
You want
go.
to cover it now?
I didn't bring
Okay.
my phone in. I
We
can
do
look
have
it
one
up.
that just came in today.
10 to 1 or
Are you
10
good
to
with
2?
us covering that now to get it done and
Sure.
over with?
sure.
I don't know if that's a 2
the
p.m., but it's 10 to
Seymour
2 or
Chamber.
1.
Event
Let me
end
pull up.
time is 2.
Yes.
10 to
They
2,
have
yeah.
requested Crossroads so far, May 27th, June 24th, July 22nd, August 5th, and August 25th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day for their picnics, their annual picnics.
So those are Fridays.
They're all Wednesday except for
Wednesdays,
the
okay.
August 25th. It's a Tuesday.
Okay. So no Thursdays.
No.
And at Crossroads, you said?
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the request from Seymour Chamber for the Crossroads Chamber picnics on the 5 dates presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the Chamber of Commerce's reservation request, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Okay, on to miscellaneous. I do have some items unless anyone else has some from the board.
You can both have some.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right. I was trying to see if anybody else wanted to go first. Just some miscellaneous business. The Parks Department, all the employees today went through the CPR first aid AED training. And we'll all be certified on that. We should be getting our certificates within 2 to 3 weeks. Also, our next pool progress meeting is Friday, March 13th at 1:30. This is just to get an update, get all the contractors together to find out where they're at, how we're doing on time and stuff. So that'll be this coming Friday. And then with the concessions being done in-house, we really didn't have a handbook for those employees. So I kind of created one, ran it through HR. HR made a few changes on it, and this is our final outcome of it. Presented you guys with a copy of it. So this is something that all of our new employees, as far as concession stand, they will get this and then sign off on the very back sheet, and it will go in their file. Just gives us something to go on in case we do have any type of attendance issues or anything like that that we need to address. I've already talked about the mom-to-mom shelter, so I believe that's all I have for miscellaneous business.
Anybody else?
I had one question about the food and sanitation safety.
Huh?
It talks about the temperature controls of, is there gonna be logs that they will use to document their temperatures throughout the day?
That I will find out with Board of Health, what their requirements are. So ours are basically, we're gonna have hot dog rollers, crock pots, and a microwave. So we're really not doing any type of fresh meat, so to speak.
Right.
Right now this year, we're gonna try to get these kids in and get them acclimated to actually serving basically some prepackaged food first. But I know what you mean as far as meat.
Yeah, the only reason is if somebody comes back and said, hey, I got sick because this wasn't cooked properly,
Correct.
then you have that documentation to say, well, we checked it I don't know, whatever the requirements are, so.
Okay. Yep, I'll get with Brian when we get inspected on Friday and see what he recommends, and they
Brian.
probably have some type of log already made up that.
Yeah.
I know back when my wife done it, now this has been 6-7 years ago, crock pots and things like that, we weren't required.
Okay.
Because they were basically considered as a warmer. But like I said, I'll check with Brian on Friday. I know, Ally, myself, and Tracy will be meeting him and possibly even Carrie Friday morning at 9. And we also had to add a hand wash sink at Casting Park. The hand wash sink was kind of grandfathered in, but they really didn't like it the last few years. And when I went down and paid for our permits, Brian's like, probably need to get a hand wash sink. So we actually ordered a hand wash sink, and the guys are in the process of installing it. They've got it mounted to the wall. Basically just need to hook up the water lines, and it's good to go. And the location was determined by the Board of Health as to where it needed to be mounted at. So.
Okay. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
You missed your opportunity.
Okay.
All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we will see everybody April 13th at 4 o'clock.
Thank you, everyone.
Did everybody